Hey, it's Chris Cashman. Turn on the smell-o-vision because we are bringing you a taste of London. These are fresh crumpets. We'll tell you all about it tonight on Evening.
I'm St. Brian in London, where I will be interviewing the stars of Bridgerton and The Bride all this week.
And step into a colorful new world where the inner depths of peace are explored. It's a new art exhibition inspired by Afrofuturism and pop art. Plus, live long and prosper
There's nothing normal about it.
at this Spaceship Airbnb.
And welcome to Evening from the Crumpet Shop, fitting for a spot of tea and some handmade crumpets because they've been doing it right here since 1976.
We're gonna give them another 30 seconds or so, but we're close.
The Crumpet Shop has been here since 1976 in the same location. We make fresh crumpets every day on the griddle.
For nearly 50 years, the Crumpet Shop has been perfecting a very British answer to comfort food.
Just check in to see how toasted they are. We want that kind of like light caramel color on top before we pull them off. They're very close though.
The crumpet's kind of a unique thing. It's its own thing. It's an English griddle cake technically, and I like to describe it more how it tastes. It's kind of savory, but crispy on the bottom, spongy on the inside, and all the butter and toppings seep into the whole, so it's super tasty.
I love this place. I've been coming here for as long as I can remember. Every time I come to Pike Place, I come and visit the Crumpet Shop.
Serve tea, coffee, and put all sorts of different fun toppings on the crumpet. Savory, sweet, egg options for breakfast.
2 years ago, a new chapter began, but the mission stayed the same. Honor the history, protect the recipe, and keep the griddles hot.
My wife and I took over a few years ago from the original family, and we've opened the second location in downtown Edmond. So I kind of view it, we're stewards of the business and kind of looking after it for all the work that's come before us.
In a city that moves fast, there's something comforting about a place that hasn't rushed a single batch in nearly 5 decades.
Just follow your nose. Come see them here just outside of Pike Place Market or in Edmonds. Tell them I sent you. Why not? I could use the marketing. Meanwhile, Saint is across the pond in London all week, taking us behind the scenes of Bridgerton on Netflix and the highly anticipated film The Bride. Sounds like a proper smashing week. Saint?
And proper smashing it will be. I hope to share some of the places that I will be walking by on the way to said interviews. Around every corner in the city, there is history. I am in Mayfair, one of the most affluent districts of any city in the world, and the backdrop of Bridgerton 200 years ago. Speaking of which, I've got interviews with the stars of season 4 of Bridgerton, which is already streaming on Netflix.
There are moments in our lives when we arrive at a crossroads.
You did not answer my letter.
Because I do not wish to see you.
There's a Cinderella theme to this particular season, and fans are wondering whether it's really, truly possible for a nobleman to follow his heart and marry a maid. Luke, if I wanted to be a proper rake,
Right.
what qualities do I need to possess?
Wow.
We'll see what kind of scoop we can get from the stars, and we'll join a proper Bridgerton-themed tea party with sandwiches, pastries, and homemade scones. And I've got interviews with the stars of The Bride, which opens on Friday.
There's nothing left to do now but live.
It's a reimagining of the classic Bride of Frankenstein. I'll be talking to its star, Jessie Buckley, the almost certain Best Actress Oscar winner for Hamnet, as well as with director Maggie Gyllenhaal and Christian Bale. What am I hearing about these makeup sessions turning into primal scream therapy sessions? Yes, a saint and a Christian in the same room. I will be here all week, and I'm chuffed to bits, as they say.
Jolly good chap. Thank you, Saint. The final episodes of season 4 of Bridgerton already streaming on Netflix. The Bride getting hitched to the big screen this Friday. And make sure you're following Evening on social media for some jolly good England extras. Let's just say that. Meanwhile, closer to home here at the Northwest African American Museum, there is a new exhibition from a Seattle-born artist whose work is a celebration of Black womanhood.
I want to say with my work that Black women are beautiful. I want to really kind of create a space where we can feel seen and loved and heard and understood and acknowledged and validated.
Maya Milton's exhibition, The Cosmos Does Not Ask Permission, celebrates community, the strength of Black women, as well as their softness.
I want people to really feel empowered to you're like, yes, this is me. I feel represented in this work.
In Metamorphosis, butterflies surround and fly away from a woman's head, representing letting go of burdens and welcoming new beginnings. That's something Maya knows a lot about.
I've been through a lot. And I know that there are so many people out there who have also been through a lot. And there are people out there that are going through things silently and by themselves. And I was one of those people.
Maya lives with sickle cell anemia. As a child, she wanted to be a dancer until a complication with medicine ended those dreams.
I had a stroke when I was 11, and I had to relearn how to walk and talk.
A medical crisis can teach us all what's important in life. In a world that tells us to keep pushing, Maya's painted a piece called Sacred Rest.
It is about romanticizing rest and how in rest we return home to ourselves.
This one is called She Who Came Before Me.
And it's dedicated to the women in my life and how no matter what I was experiencing or going through, I can turn to them for wisdom and advice.
Maya has to manage her sickle cell every single day, and every day she shows up and paints her messages extending beyond the campus.
As Black women, we have permission to be ourselves authentically. We should show up in every space and every place as our full authentic selves. We should be able to feel love and joy and passion to the fullest extent possible.
And you can see Maya Milton's exhibition at the Northwest African American Museum Thursday through Sundays, 10 to 5 p.m.
Still to come on Evening, boldly go where you've never gone before. How you can stay the night inside a spaceship. And meet the Ukrainian war refugee who's fighting for the American dream.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Welcome back to Evening from the Crumpet shop just outside of Pike Place Market here. They've had them warm and ready since 1976. You want to top it with some local jam, maybe smoked salmon, some English cucumbers. And speaking of out of this world, you ever want to get beamed up, spend the night in a spaceship? We can make that happen. Saint is standing by in Brush Prairie, just outside of Vancouver, Washington. Hey, Saint.
That's right, and here it is, a lifelong dream come true for sci-fi fan Kirby Swatosh. On the other side of a winding dirt road, there's something that shouldn't be there. Something that looks like it crash-landed in a quiet neighborhood. This guy's neighborhood.
Welcome to the Spaceship. I'm Kirby Swatosh.
Kirby doesn't just own a spaceship, he built one. And the really crazy part? He predicted he would do it in a song he wrote 25 years ago.
I'm building a spaceship in my backyard. It's gonna go fast and it's gonna go far.
It's a dream inspired by Lost in Space, the TV series Kirby started watching when he was 5 years old.
I remember being really, really affected by the show and the fact that the boy, Will Robinson, kind of looked like me, had red hair, at least.
So when Kirby and his wife needed a garage for their lawn tractors, he had an idea.
I was just kind of like, as a joke, said, you know, it'd be cool if we built a spaceship on top instead of just a shop. And my wife, to her credit, just said, we should do that.
It took 8 years of building, multiple mortgage refinances,
There's nothing normal about it.
but Kirby got his spaceship. And you can bet he's had fun with it.
Yeah.
This section of the ship is the control panel. If you go like this, well, you see what I mean. It's touchy.
After spending their life savings, Kirby and his wife had a decision to make. They could keep this as their own private man cave or share it with the world.
That was probably one of the scariest things because we were worried that people wouldn't care about it like we do.
Turns out they cared a lot.
We can hear when they pull up the shrieks of delight. Some people come dressed like this. It's been overwhelmingly positive.
Now it's booked almost every night. Guests leave little alien knickknacks, and every review seems to say the same thing.
Probably the most common phrase we get is, "It's out of this world."
Which just goes to show sometimes the craziest dreams are just waiting for someone brave enough or crazy enough to build them.
So cool. You can find Kirby's Spaceship on the Airbnb website, and I'm told that every May he and his band Moon Patrol play UFO Fest at McMinimans there in Oregon. Way to go. Meanwhile, a little closer to home, there is a family, a Ukrainian family in Bothell, that is working tirelessly in pursuit of the American dream. Saint has their story.
Playtime at Sarajini Children's Academy in Bellevue. And kids giggle as they play house, climb up ladders and ropes, and jump up and down on blue mats. 10 miles away, at Orion Sports Club in Kirkland, teenage boxers hit striking pads, while one of the biggest men I've ever seen punches a 110-pound bag. They're all products Alex Yakimenko and his wife Oksana make in the garage of their Bothell home.
Мы работаем целый день.
Which means
We work all day.
from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. they work, rebuilding a business Alex's father-in-law started in an industrial city in eastern Ukraine that became the target of Russian bombs. A friend convinced Alex he needed to move here to protect his 4 children. I want my children to grow up in a peaceful place, he says, in a better world. The first reason I do this is because I love it. The second reason is because of the kids, and they're the most important reason. 8-year-old Artem and 6-year-old Anastasia are the family product testers. Their love of obstacle courses inspired Alex to use modules so that playhouse we saw earlier can be transformed into something that challenges kids' problem-solving abilities and imaginations. I'm very happy to see children playing with all of my products, Alex says. While back at Orion Sports Club, Alex's wrestling dummy gets a workout. And those boxing bags are hanging tough.
I've been in the sports industry for almost 30 years, and I've seen a lot of boxing bags that they pretty much will tear apart in less than a year or 2. So his product is incredible. It's very durable, and he actually gives you a 2-year warranty.
Which is 3 years longer than I'd last in the ring with this guy. As in boxing, Alex says he's learned you have to fight to achieve the American dream. He says nothing's easy. You have to be strong, you have to be positive, and you have to keep going. And that dream will one day come true.
I personally think Alex's story is a living testimony to the American dream that is actually still alive.
Our thanks to the family for sharing their story. We can only imagine the struggles, and we are wishing you the very best.
When evening returns, we preview recipes from Ethan Stoll's Italian restaurant, Cortina.
welcome back to Evening from the Crumpet Shop here just outside of Pike Place Market. Great spot for a spot of tea. Some crumpets. Yes, they've got savory, they've got sweet, and since we're tempting your tummy, let's just double down because there is a stylish, modern new Italian restaurant opened up by Chef Ethan Stoll. He's at it again, 2 Union Square. You can just follow your nose. Handmade pasta, Pacific Northwest inspired dishes, and craft cocktails. I'm told the bar just keeps going and going and going. Photojournalist Diane Lewis-Torrey has our preview.
The name of this restaurant is Cortina. We're in downtown Seattle. Kind of intended to be a destination for people when they're out going to the theater or even on their way to Benaroya Hall. My name's Garrett. I'm the executive chef of Cortina Restaurant. Tonight we're gonna feature for you our burrata with some champagne poached pear and mizuna and some pomegranate and candied pecans. So you have this ooey gooey center inside of mozzarella cheese that's really, really delicious. It's really savory. One of our happy hour items that's also on our dinner menu is a bucatini alla matriciana, which is one of the 4 Roman pastas. And then the bucatini is a long noodle, so it's similar to spaghetti, but the nice thing about bucatini is it's hollow all the way through, so it helps to kind of absorb more of that sauce. And so that one's nice. It works with our red sauce. It has a little bit of guanciale, which is kind of pork jowl, and then it's finished with pecorino cheese on top. I will also have a Wagyu bavette, which has been a staple on our menu here for quite a while. Comes with a little black garlic cream sauce and some locally foraged mushrooms. Really incredible cut of meat. A bavette is part of the skirt steak, so it's really, really nice and tender. We cook ours to medium rare. We really try to make sure that everybody can get a great culinary experience before they're on their way to a theater.
That's really good.
Cortina is located at 2 Union Square and they are only closed on Sundays.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
Welcome back to Evening from the Crumpet Shop, perhaps the best kept secret just outside of Pike Place Market. They've been right here keeping them warm and ready since 1976. And speaking of heritage, from The Godfather to Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall is considered one of the best actors of all time. Sadly, he passed away in February, but what a legacy. He was actually in Seattle promoting a movie in 2003 when Evening's Mimi Gann decided to let him take the lead. Here's an Evening Rewind.
Actor Robert Duvall loves to tango.
How long did it take you to get so fluid?
Well, I'm still learning. It's a continuous thing.
Marker.
And he loves to make films.
I enjoyed that complete process, kind of, doing many things.
He's good at both. Now this Oscar-winning actor has managed to combine his 2 passions in his latest film, Assassination Tango. Duvall not only stars in the film, he wrote and directed it, much like he did for his award-winning The Apostle, in which he plays a Southern preacher.
Was it any easier to do it this time around?
I found both times not that difficult. I always heard that to direct is very tiring. To be in it and direct is impossible. You become so tired. But I get more tired just sitting in the trailer waiting to just act between takes when you wait and wait and wait. A lot of American women don't wait, and a lot of Argentinian women don't wait, right? Okay. We'll just try the basic.
Okay.
Okay? So
when it comes to tango, Duvall says women should wait and men should always lead.
A little bit elegant but relaxed.
Okay. And I was happy to let him during a quick little tango lesson.
Now I'm going to lead you in what they call eights, or an ocho, an 8. Okay. Watch Luciana, see? Well, let's do that basic one more time together.
Okay.
I can't quite believe I'm doing the tango with Robert Duvall.
Left, right, cross, ocho, ocho, ocho.
Very good.
Very good.
Why you make it so easy?
Together, Luciana and Bobby prove that it takes 2 to tango. Proof that at age 72, Robert Duvall still has all the right moves on screen and on the dance floor.
What a special story. Mimi tells us she still remembers dancing with Duval. He was a great man, and it is a special memory. My thanks to all of our friends here at the Crumpet Shop. Come see them. They've been hiding out right here just outside of Pike Place Market since 1976. They've got a spot of tea, they've got coffee, and of course, they got your crumpets. We'll see you next time.